All right. So I am just getting ready here. Apologies for the delay. I had like 10 things happen all in the last few minutes before 7 o'clock, so I guess this is actually a stark contrast from my normal start time, which is normally, half an hour or an hour after. So today, yeah, we got another unique stream. This is going to be a mod stream. So give me just a minute here. We'll let people get in, say hello to everyone, make sure everything is Gucci, as the kids say. Yeah, we're looking good so far. Volume seems right. Phone's on the charge. I think we are square to switch to the camera. Dun, dun, dun. Sorry. I should have brought a going live soon over here, but yeah, whatever. I wonder if I can like overlay that right on top. Can I just grab these? This is me learning like OBS right now. Select all. Copy. Suppose that's how that works, right? And then camera. Paste. Yeah, sure, reference. And then, yeah, you can't see me doing this because it's not live, but I'm about to overlay on top. I just gotta add one quick filter, a chroma key, and done. Cool. It is black. Black. Blake. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that kind of worked. Anyways, we'll just switch to this one. That works. Oh, did I apply that to the whole layer, or was that just to... Yeah, it should have been just to this. Maybe it was just the intensity on it was too much. I'll do color key instead of a chroma key. Custom color. Black. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Alright, yeah. That's what I wanted. Alright, so I just wanted to get that set up so that I have that. And I was giving people time to get in and everything, so I think that looks, I guess, cool enough. I'm not looking at it in like a full... Yeah, I mean, that'll work for now. It's good enough for government work. We see how far that's getting us these days. That is not a personal opinion. That was just a fun comment. Anyways, yeah, no, this is looking good. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these guys. And, yeah, we can get started. So today, the mod that I'm going to be doing is the deluxe audio strap for the HTC Vive. I've been using one of these on my Vive for about a year now, and it's great. I've always been a fan of the speakers, how they click in and out, they're adjustable, they're immersive, they're loud. I've been really satisfied with the comfort of it, so I learned that, I'm able to put this onto the Quest, and it only took a couple 3D printed parts, and then we will be able to have some deluxe audio, because the speakers that come with it are alright. I've also purchased some earbuds that fit in, and they're alright. They're not incredible. I mean, the bass is nice. I'm gonna pull those out. They're right here. So these are just like some earbuds that are short tether so that they plug into the Quest pretty easily. Koniakoi. Hopefully this focus will happen. Come on. Yeah. Koniakoi. I'll link them in the description if you're watching on YouTube. So you'll see that over there. But they're really nice. You know, I've always been a fan of this style of earbud where it goes in the ear and then it also has this clip that, or silicone gasket or whatever, tongue groove. I don't know. It's like a thing and it holds it in place. It works great. They're bassy. You know, I've only used them a handful of times because I just got them a few days ago, and I also got the headset. But yeah, they work pretty good. One mod that I've done since is I've added this Anchor battery pack. It's a 10,000 milliamp hour, so it's enough to charge and play one time basically. I guess while playing, it'll go from 25% up to 100%, and it'll play while it's doing that, and then it will. I'll basically get almost 2 battery lives out of the entire Quest battery. So normally I get like 3 to 4 hours. This will boost it to 6 to 8 hours, somewhere in there, depending on what I'm playing, how intense, how bright, number of factors can affect it, but it does allow me to double that basically. And then the only thing I'm missing right now is a good cable that goes between here and here. I'll find one of those soon, but I'll also link this as well. I'm just using some Velcro straps to put this on. I imagine I'll be able to adapt this over to this pretty easily, given that it's just Velcro on the back here. So anyways, yeah, without further ado, we're gonna get started. So the 3D printed pieces, I could leave these here. The 3D printed pieces normally come in this shape here, and in order to print them properly, I went ahead and elected to use a split version. So it was basically split in half at one good common spot. And then what we need to do is glue this together afterwards. So we will go ahead and get that happening. I'm going to use super glue because, that stuff holds everything. I've got some clamps that we'll do. So I'm just going to clear my space out just a little bit here so that I got some room to work. I also need some cardboard. So suddenly, cardboard. So yeah, what I'm going to do is go ahead and glue these together. I've cleaned them up just a little bit. I printed them on a printer I have access to. It was I can't remember the name of it. It's not a really nice brand one, but it works pretty well. I'll get that in the description afterwards as well. But yeah, we'll be using some clamps. I think probably just the small clamps. That should be sufficient. So I wonder if I hold it together on one side and then insert glue. This material is PETG, so it's a little flexible, but it's also high temperature capable, so I'm not worried about it melting or anything if it sits in the car for a little bit too long. PETG is a great material. It's technically food safe if you get it from the right suppliers. So that's a thing. You can make like cups and forks and stuff like that out of this. It's pretty cool material. But I figured it would be a good material for this, and it looks like it turned out pretty good. So let's go ahead and do the thing. Nice. I'm glad to see that your headset is charging. I'm looking forward to playing with you. Short Bus Gang is my nephew. He's good people. There we go. Alright, so we'll just get this kind of like dry held together so I can glue one end and then clamp this end, glue the other end. We'll go on our way. I didn't anticipate this process taking an incredible amount of time. So just, dab some glue up in here. Not a whole lot. It's like a Loctite super glue. That should be plenty. So we'll just let it close on up there. I'm going to move it back and forth as it's holding together. That way it spreads around. I'm going to try not to touch the edges because I know there is going to be some glue seeping out now. It's looking about right. Let's go ahead and grip this one. Good spot for it. Wondering if I can get it right on here. Nope. Can't get it up there, can't get it there, so it's gonna have to be that style. So I may end up needing all three. Alright, so we'll do that one and this one. Oh, these have like a little channel on them too. I'm noticing that these I got these from Home Depot. It's just like a multi-pack of clamps, and they have like a little slit right down the center. Makes it good, easy for holding that together. So let's go ahead and do this one. Nice. We're looking good. Alright, so I can remove that one for now. Hopefully I used enough glue. It looks like it's seeping through on both sides. Wondering if it's not going to be better to go long ways. Nah, I gotta go this way. How to clamp plastic. A classic. Alright. Get some of that cleaned up. Again, not touching the glue with my hands, just wiping it with the tip of the thing here. So I don't even mind leaving a little bit of glue along here because it'll probably smooth it out. So I'm sure I'll touch that at some point and get it all over my fingers and regret that, but we'll trust the process here. This particular clamp's not exactly straight, so it's struggling to stay on there just right. There we go. Do the same with this side. For consistency's sake. Everybody knows consistency's a good thing. Cool. Alright. So now we will do the other side. So I got just this tip area to lay some down. Yep, there it was. I knew I was going to touch it. Wonder if I could just set this here. Ah, look at that. Bam. Doing good here. I wonder if I can punch in for you. Yeah, it's not terrible quality. I'm just gonna let that drip down in there. Using the wicking nature of fluids. Get all the way down to that seam. Nice. Alright. I think this one should fit right over both. Done. Alright, so I just went ahead and clamped those. I'll clean up the seam again here and then set this one aside, get the other one going, and then we'll start taking off the old strap to make room for the new. Alright, just kind of cleaning up what I can, whatever I'm seeing. Probably used a little extra that I needed to, but rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Alright, so this one's all good. I'm going to set this aside. Safe spot over here. Quick water break. Oh, I didn't punch in for you guys. I forgot that OBS requires a transition. There we go. So this is the final molding for the first one. I lined it up and then I added like a little bit of glue. You can see it in that highlight just as I twist it there. It's still wet, but that will dry. Let's catch it again there on the other side. But we'll go ahead and let this one dry off. Whatever glue does, bond. Yeah, is that the right term? Correct me if I'm wrong. Alright. Let's do the same thing. Put this together. Hold it with that one. Looks good. And I really didn't even apply any in the center on the other one. It's just like the outsides. Guess this one I'll get some in there. Yeah, so I got that outside. And then come together. Alright. Definitely got it on my fingers already. Yep, there it is. Love it. Favorite thing ever. Alright. Clean up these edges. Actually, no, I gotta pinch it down first, then clean them up. Looks like it's already bonded, so I don't get my time to line. Yep. This one. I guess this view is probably good for this portion for now. Lay this on here. It's rather therapeutic. Reminds me of like doing models. Cars, planes. Oh yeah, definitely used way too much there, but we're just gonna go with it. Yeah, this is really only a prototype model anyways. I have a nicer set printing out right now, so this will only really be a temp set. What I did is I printed at a higher resolution, so we'll see once it focuses here. Focus. Come on. You can do it. Come on. I know this camera is capable of this. There it is. Alright. So right now the layer count is like in the 40s, and I'm going to boost the layer count to like 60 or 80. And what that's going to do is just have a finer curve along here. So there'll be less faceting. And it'll be a cleaner print. I have it going a little bit slower. Really wish my focus would cooperate with me here. Come on. There it is. So yeah, I mean, this turned out pretty good. It's still got a little bit of fine plastic, the little white hairs. I'm not really concerned with those. I've already hit it with a toothbrush to clean up most of them. So alright, so that portion's good. We'll go ahead and punch you back in. Alright. So now we glue these. Yes. Good. Nothing broke, probably just got a little glue on one of the clamps. Whoa! That was cool. Glad I caught that on camera. Just got super glue everywhere. These clamps are a little unstable. Probably not the clamps, it's just how I'm using them. I wonder if I added some diag... No. Diag, nope. Alright, there we go. And then we need one more, right about, yeah. Clean that. Alright. That one is all finished as well. So again, I'll clean off the little hairs and stuff. I'm going to give the glue an opportunity to dry at the seams because I added like way extra glue on this one. Come on, focus. Seriously? Yeah, I don't know why it's not focusing. I gotta work on my camera and see if I can get maybe an app that'll help me like trigger positions or something. It should definitely be able to. I wonder if it's just the lighting that may help. Yeah. Probably just not in the center of the frame. Come on. About to do it manually. Alright, camera control, focus. There we go. Alright, so what I was talking about earlier was the level of faceting. So I'm going to increase the number of layers on each of these, so there'll just be more steps. But yeah, I'm just waiting for this to kind of, the glue to dry right now. So we'll move on to the next step, which is going to be removing the old headset strap. Some more. Probably didn't spill any glue. Did get a little bit on my fingers, but I'll be alright. Suddenly, autofocus. Okay, and back to normal. Cool. Alright, so we'll go ahead and remove my battery here. Yeah, I've been happy with this so far. I'll do some like actual time testing with games, maybe future here, but it's basically just a little backup battery. Plugs right in, charges, does the thing. Always been a fan of Aki equipment. They do pretty good. Hardest Velcro ever. Alright, first step was remove those gas and get them installed back in a little bit. Next is to remove this, which I understand we can take the lens cover out, or face gasket. and lens covers. Should be pretty easy to remove out. And not voiding any warranties or damaging anything. It's all user replaceable and serviceable. Alright, so for these guys, there is a little trick to it. I'm going to need a tool, so I'm going to grab that. I'm going to need the old handy spludger. Plastic pry tool, as some refer to it as. Alright, and we're going to... Definitely not nervous about this part right here, but put this here, coax this to keep moving, and then whenever this kind of gets stopped up, should be somewhere around there. So what I've done is I've just fully extended this piece and pushed this in as it approaches. Looks like it's reached its maximum, like just as the tail's still sticking out here. And then I'm going to put the pry tool under here, and or maybe it was, no, it is this side. Yeah. There we go. So just enough to like push it and push this little lift thing off. So it is actually this outer side. I thought so. Looked like it from in here, but that's the speaker. So we're just lifting it up to get past that little nut type thing right there, or lock. Destroys camera. Sorry, camera. There we go. Now that that's through, we can push this through a little more, and that should just come right out. Bam. Almost there. One more time. And the Daft Punk fans said, one more time. Alright, that's in there. Spudger, just a little lift. Yep. And this goes through. And that comes out. We have a naked Quest. Alright, so this is the old strap. Go ahead and figure out a way to lock this up. Probably won't be using this anytime soon. Unless I could figure out some other use for it. But for now, set it aside. Okay, now the fun part. These guys should be dried by now. If they're not, then I'll give them a good little wipe down. Hopefully pull off any remaining glue, because I definitely don't want to get glue all over this. First thing I'm going to do right now is just clean off these lenses a little bit. I can see they've gotten a little dirty, so do a dry wipe and then a moist, just breath wipe. So dry wipe and then a moist wipe. That's my cleaning technique, and I'm sticking to it. Hadn't done me wrong. Microfiber cloth, of course. Alright. So let's take a peek-see at these guys. Should be plenty tight by now. Super glue sets pretty fast. I'm going to give these a little wipe. Suppose I should just run them under hot water. That would probably do better. Yeah, I'll probably do a different glue solution for the other ones. Maybe I'll do like a longer setting one rather than a super glue, because I know these are going to come out looking a little janky. Yeah, anytime super glue dries, it gets this like white pattern on it, and you can't get rid of it. I know with the 3D print, I can shave it down with like an X-Acto. So in order to get like some of these little bubbles off, I'll scrape it down to do that. But I could also do the same to remove any of those, because this plastic is the same color all the way throughout. So anywhere I have some extra, I can always just hit it with an X-Acto real quick, and that should get rid of most, if not all of it. I'll probably smooth it out in the long run, but again, I don't want to put too much work into this one. This is more just for what's it called? Just demo, just test. But that looks dry enough. I don't see any bead on the inside. That looks fine. Front looks fine. Clean this guy up just a little bit. And that looks done. That's good enough for me. Alright, so next is to attach this on here. So there is an orientation. It looks like I've chosen the right side clip. That is due to the two sides are not exactly the same. So the right side here has both top and bottom all the way, so the clip goes on and it surrounds the whole thing. But the left side, this would not fit because there's this little extra piece for the audio wire sticking off the end here. So that's what the other one has. So I'm using the right side. Right side's going to be over here. So we're going to be attaching to this one. Right. I'm pretty sure this just like slides on, clips on, you know, in a whatever's cheddar sort of fashion. Yeah, I don't feel like that scratched it or anything. That felt like it went on pretty happy, and just pushing that back, feels good. That felt like it went on there pretty well. Like I don't feel like that's coming off at all. Got the bend to it. Cool. All right. We'll check the other one. Just notice my right lens carriage is a little shaky. I heard it when I set it down. I could tell that the sound came from like this side. I know you can hear that. That one doesn't move at all. It just doesn't feel like this one is seated on its platform as well as it could be. Like it feels like the bottom is there, but the top is a little loose. That one feels solid. That feels solid. But it's a little, might be something wrong with this. I'm going to have to RMA it. Like I said, I heard it when I set it down. When I set it down, I could hear this side move a little bit, like shake, jostle. But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to get distracted by that, but that's important. I got to know these things. Alright. We'll take a look at the other side. Make sure she's dry. Yeah, this one's looking a lot better. Yeah, I had one bead and it dried. Yeah, pulled the bead off. Alright. So extras off there, extras out there. That one looks good. Can get rid of that. And slide this guy on. Guess it goes like that. Yeah, that feels right. Yeah, PETG is a nice, sturdy, strong material. It's still flexible. Like, it doesn't give way, or like when it bends, it doesn't like fracture. It's really rigid in that sense. All right, so we got one more clip to add. So this one, pretty sure I'm supposed to go down, and then it goes up like that. I may have to try it both ways. It does feel like I need to open this up a bit. Sorry for the off-camera work here, but I'll show you what I'm doing in a second. I just have to do this on a stable surface. Alright, so I just had to shave down the inside here. I had to shave this down because it was too tight. It wasn't going in there. So this bottom piece came out a little shoddy, so I went ahead and reprinted at 30% infill, so that way there'll be more support for this. Printing with 3 top layers, so the printer, like I said, I'm trying to remember the name of it, but I can't. I'll have to do it in the comment later. Or in the description. Yeah, that still feels a little too tight. Yeah, I feel like if I put it on this way, it's more apt to fall off or break. But if I put it in this way, I feel like it's gonna hold down on it and stay in place. That's definitely the case. No? No. Both of those feel like they're going to stay in there really well. But that looks like it's held up further. So, yeah, I ended up putting it in this way so that the clean face is facing towards the viewer. The outside is actually almost not visible, so I'm not too concerned with the shoddy top coat. So that looks pretty good. I'm happy with it so far. So now is the magic moments. We'll go ahead and put this right on. Start with the uninteresting side. No secret to this, it just clicks right on. Should be a satisfying click. Not that. Yeah, every time I put these on, it's always been like a nice pop sort of click. Maybe we'll try this one first then. Must take some force. Maybe I'll try doing it with them off, because I could probably get a better grip on it. Or use the clamp. Hey, that could be a good thing. Use the thing that's meant for applying force in that vicinity. So I'll remove those for now. Just try to work with getting this clipped on, because I thought it would just be a nice quick snap in, but it's a little resistant. I don't know if that's the print quality or the sizing. Maybe it's just... could be maybe just a little too big. So I'll shave this down a little bit. I plan to reinforce it with Velcro, so I'm not too concerned if they don't go on, if they don't have that click, but I recall these having a pretty satisfying click. Maybe the builder of the modeler decided to make it a little bit bigger than necessary because he figured that most printers would struggle with an outward angle, but my printer didn't have much of an issue with it. So I'm remembering the name. It's a FlashForge Creator Pro. There's that click that I was looking for. Yeah, that's what it should sound like. Yeah, so I just had to clean up some of the outer edges. Yeah, FlashForge Creator Pro is the printer that this was printed on. And it did it pretty good. It's got like a 45-degree angle to do this little nubbin here, and it did a really good job at it. Yeah, I think whoever made the model probably just made this a little bit larger because most printers will struggle with an overhang, and I guess this one just did it right. All right, are we gonna get that satisfying peak? Hey, yeah, that's not going anywhere. I'm not concerned with that coming out at all. I mean, yeah, it's got some bend, but that's gonna take a lot of force, and all the force is always gonna be this way. So, cool. Well, we're running a little behind right now on time. I was hoping to have this done in an hour. Yeah, there's my nephew messaging me right there. But yeah, I'm running about 15 minutes behind because I planned for this to take an hour, and it has taken an hour. It's just I started 15 minutes late, so it's gonna end 15 minutes late. That was my bad. So, all right, so we'll click this on here. That's another satisfying click. Like, I don't feel like that's going anywhere. Definitely is adding some weight to it. The deluxe audio headset is going to be heavier than the original strap, so you know, whereas the weight of this battery kind of offset the absence of weight on this, and it kind of like balanced the headset pretty well, because I tried this with a 2100, which is like a double this size battery, much larger, and it felt like it was pulling it back. But hey, it charged it, you know, twice, and I could game for like 12 hours. But yeah, I think this one felt the right size. So I may end up positioning this maybe up here, or you know, maybe it will still be down on the bottom. But I don't know how, like, it's starting to get a heavy headset now. But totally worth it. Totally worth it. Yeah. I'm already very, very pleased. Wish there was like a wire holder for this. Maybe across the front or something. That would be nice. Redesigns. I may do that at some point. Alright. I'm gonna see if I can't find some more Velcro. No more Velcro, so we're just gonna have to go with what we got. Alright, so we connect this guy. This up through there. And the mod is complete. So I can adjust the size with the knob on the back here. Very satisfying click and unclick for the size. You know, when it's under tension, it's got a click out and a click in. The headphones, you know, they flip up and out of the way. They can fold in. You know, I like the immersiveness of the headphones. They got great quality. I see now why they did this design on the cable bracket. But yeah, he knows what I'm doing. He can see. I did answer his text. I thought I did. Yeah, back to chat. Y'all distracting me. Making me go slower. Alright. So, yeah, no, this is looking great already. Get the face gasket on here. So, I went with the blue this time. I'll probably end up printing it in black in the future, just because black's more sleek. But I went with the blue because I have a blue face gasket. So I figured that, you know, that would kind of go hand in hand and match up pretty well, and indeed it did. 1, 2, yeah, that clicked in there. You know, they're not exactly the same blue, but they do, that works pretty good. So, all right, fit test. Oh, yeah. Night and day. Night and day difference. Just adjusting it's so easy. You're not undoing 3 Velcros every time. It's just a quick twist on the back of the head. And you also have the spring, so you can just pull it off. Yeah. So I don't know if I'll end up using... I wanted to see what it would look like with the blue one on. I probably won't end up using this one. I'll probably end up using my VR cover, just because I like the mesh leatherette feel a little bit better than the silicone, as I use the silicone for when guests are in the headset. So, but that's also a thing, is that the headset looks nice when guests are wearing it. So, all right. So my cousin's or nephew's ready to hop on Echo, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that ready and get on here. Start playing some games and do a live test. So, thank you for joining. Hi, Ray Ray. Just wanted to say hi to you too. Raylan, my niece, she is adorable. You probably heard her on the stream the past couple times that I've done it. I'll go ahead and get the battery thing on here real quick. It's not that hard to do. Put the Velcro through the strap nut. Alright. Uno. And dos. Been happy with these Velcro straps. They are monoprice straps. Alright. Let's get that a little closer. Yeah. Alright. These. So I'll hold off on streaming Echo because Echo, last couple times I've tried to stream has been duty. So until I figure that out, I think I have a new route of doing it through SideQuest. I wanted to give that a shot tonight, but I'd rather get some game time in because I need to play some games. It's been a long week already, and it's just halfway over. Get this battery on here, and then I'll get in. Do do do. All right. Gotta find the hole. There it is. Yeah, I think the battery definitely still balances it out. Oh yeah, this is cool. The fit test is going so well. Alright, I'm gonna get my headset powering on, and I'm gonna hop in some Echo. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time. Want to get, that last shot. Yeah. Beautiful. Loving it.